This isn't... No, crap, what was that?
We can always make a pool for the first person to play Urgot. Alright. So, we are back to Divergence Gaming on the blue side and Order of the Purple on the purple side.
Score is currently 1-1. This will be the final game for this round.
Bans are coming out. Wukong and Lee
Again,
Sin have been
Wukong.
banned in all three games, or all three games, yes, now.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw another LeBlanc ban, a Yasuo ban. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Pantheon. Purple team is sticking to their bans. They've banned Lee Sin, Pantheon, and we'll see if they stick to their third ban now.
Where it seems the blue team is...
Evelyn.
Those were the three that they had banned previously. I guess that those are just what they can't play against, and they don't really mind anything else. Annie.
No,
I'm assuming that is a support Annie, which I really like.
Kha'Zix has been picked all three games so far. Very popular champion. Now, I'm assuming the Order of the Purple's banning these three because they scouted out the blue team, Divergence Gaming, a little bit, and they haven't let them play them yet. Although they might they're tempted to ban some champions they've seen played against them that they're afraid of. They're even more afraid of seeing what these would be yet. A little afraid of the unknown.
If this is another Caitlyn, I believe she will have also been picked all three games.
Not all three games. Two of the three, I believe.
Was she in the last game?
No, it was Ezreal and Vayne.
Ah, you are correct, sir.
Kate's,
Speaking of Ezreal, there he is.
Kate's a very safe pick for a ADC.
Yes, very safe.
If you're not knowing what the other lane is quite yet, very safe pick.
Very safe.
Another Zed.
Another Zed. Zed played very well last game. I believe it was Order of Purple last game who had Zed, so I don't think that they want to give them that back to them. Now, Lucian is another very popular ADC.
And the Lucian Annie combo has been a very popular combo in the meta.
Ooh, another Jace.
It's fallen out lately, but...
That's most likely going to be another top lane Jace for blue team, because they were the ones that played the first game. To great success, I might add.
Yep.
Oh, someone's trolling the Teemo.
The Teemo, he's scrolling over the Teemo. I don't think he's actually going to play Teemo, but I don't know.
Hey, I played Teemo. Cloud9 High played Teemo.
What kind of devil would play Teemo?
Cloud9, bro. Cloud9.
That is why I am a Gambit fan.
I was talking NA.
Gambit would never stoop to such low champions as Teemo.
Anyway, ooh, and there's the Heimer. Someone had mentioned Heimer in chat.
Heimer's...
You might get your wish.
Heimer's been very popular in the meta lately, especially in the lower elos. He's been a common ban lately.
Oh, and he is locked in. The donger is locked in, everyone. Everyone raise your dongers in chat. Let's see him.
There's another Teemo.
Still open. The Teemo is still open, everyone.
Now, if this were a Teemo, that would be a mid Teemo. Which, as little as Teemo has played, mid is not where he would normally be. He would normally
really?
be
Where
a
do you
top lane
normally
Teemo.
You see top lane Teemo?
Top lane Teemo.
Really? I think that the only place to see Teemo.
I would normally see Teemo as top lane to counter a Nasus or a Tryndamere or a Jax, someone who is very auto attack heavy.
I can see that. That is not a donger skiller. Oh, Gragas. Okay, so this is a Gragas Heimer mid lane.
Gragas Heimer. That's interesting.
What do you think
There's a
wins that
lot of
one?
push on both sides.
Yes. Now, the turrets still, if I'm correct, they still have very low HP. So if he bunches the turrets up a little bit too much or puts them close to minions, he can easily barrel or belly slam them right away.
Oh yeah. Be careful with that placement. The turrets will make it hard for the Kazakhs to get ganks in on him.
Yes. Another Xin top lane. I believe Order of Purple was the one that played that last time too, right?
And we have raised the dongers.
Thank you, Toyo. The donger has been properly raised. Now, top lane is a Jace v Xin. Now, again, like we were talking about in the first game. Wait. Yes, and this Shyvana is jungle. Right. Alrighty then.
Yeah, Shyvana jungle. Shyvana jungle is not the most popular of jungles.
It is where she started, though.
It is where she started.
Now she won't be quite as much of a threat as she would be able to in lanes, because it is just a fact that you get a lot less gold in jungle than you do in lanes.
I don't believe she's going to be putting off as much lane pressure as Kha'Zix is early game. She'll be a little bit more disruptful in team fights late game, but it all depends on who gets the gold early. Kha'Zix could carry.
That is true. Caitlyn Lulu bot lane versus a
Lucy and Annie.
Lucy and Annie. Yes.
Caitlyn Lulu seems to have a lot of poke. However, if Annie gets the good stun off, Lucian has a lot of burst damage. They both do. So they'll have to be keeping their distance from Lucian and Annie.
That they will. Does our professional Brandon want to hop in here and say anything about the matchups or about last game?
I believe he's still in a game.
He probably is. Let me see.
His mic's probably muted.
Again, guys, if this tournament continues to grow, we could do a lot of really cool stuff with it. So let all of your friends know, come in and watch, and then also get your teams together and sign up for next one.
And it's very appreciated. I really appreciate when I get suggestions about either the tournament or the community, even if it's just such a minor detail about the casting, about the camera, about the tournament itself. If you have suggestions for a different type of tournament you want to do, we can always do 1v1 tournaments or ARAM tournaments, something a little bit more unique and out there. So I'm open to suggestions, open to advice. Anything will be taken. I always respond, whether I agree with you or not. I'll explain my situation. I'll explain what I think about it, and I'll do my best to work on it.
I'm in the process of telling my friends about this.
Gotcha. All right, here we go again for the third game.
And there it goes.
Mikey, now you can check out my awesome background.
Oh God.
Beautiful.
I don't see it.
Don't
Blay.
listen it. I blame Blay.
Wait for it. It's gonna happen. There it is. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Interesting. I'm assuming you didn't do it.
Oh no, I did not make it. Thank you, Google Images.
Haha. Of course.
I'm not that good. I have some Photoshop abilities. I can edit images, but I can't make something like that, especially not from scratch.
Yeah, that's an art thing, not an edit thing.
Yeah. As always, we have to look at these skins. There's 4 skins on the blue team, and there are only 3 on the purple team. Show your support for Riot.
Support Riot, who's supporting us.
There you go.
Kind of disappointed not to see a Debonair Jace, though. One of my favorite skins in the game.
Pimp Daddy Jace.
I can't swear, but you can say Pimp Daddy.
What? I never said you couldn't swear.
Well, screw you.
Thank you. I'm sad the Pimp Daddy Jace hadn't gotten any views on YouTube. I don't have very many videos posted, but I posted that one.
And did you just have the whole game, or did you just have like clips of
That one's the whole game.
Yeah, that would be the issue. A lot of people don't like watching whole games.
Yeah, this is true. However, I'm working on it depends on what the whole game is. I can't figure out how to download Twitch videos. So I can't take like multiple highlights and make one video.
Go on nightdev.com. He's a guy that does a lot of work, a lot of development work, like
Does he have stuff for that?
Yeah, and he has one for that. He has it's literally Twitch Down, which is Switch download.
All right, because I need that for if you're ever gonna make a highlight reel or a montage of sorts, you know.
Yes.
Waiting on that Alien Invader Heimer to load.
Of course, the Heimer is holding everyone up like normal. Toyo is correct. In the first game, I would have expected Divergence to easily take the whole thing, but after that second game, it really is anyone's. They are back.
Now, they're probably going to take this one a little bit more serious after that last game, but at the same time, Order of Purple was feeling a little bit more comfortable against them. The first game, they knew that they were outmatched, but they know they have a chance now. I don't think they're going to be overly cocky, but they'll be taking it a little bit more seriously and know that they have a little bit more confidence. So it could play out either way.
Confidence is something very important in this game. Especially in these best of threes. Several teams I know have talked about it. TSM, CLG, and Dignitas being a couple of them I can remember. They all talk like if they lose the first game, it's very, very difficult for them to keep their spirits up when going into the other ones.
Yep. So let's take a look at the starting items here as we get started. Everything seems to be fairly general.
As general as you can get, of course.
As general as you can get. Down bot lane, Annie's got a Doran's ring as compared to a gold item. Lulu's has the ancient coin.
That is something you don't always see on most supports, except for Annie.
Except for Annie, yes.
Important for her because Annie, it's important to have as much ability power as possible in early game. It's really as much as you can get.
And it does give her a little bit of health. She needs that.
Annie is one of the supports where you really... Oh, we have a disconnect. Lucian has disconnected from the game.
Always some sort of problem, isn't there?
Yeah. Seems to be.
I don't know how games are going outside of this at the moment. Someone earlier said that they were having some kind of problems, but I think the games have been going relatively fine without lag. The last game there was no issues.
CenturyLink. It seems as though League is having issues with the CenturyLink failing to reconnect, or attempting to reconnect message. According to the Riot servers, that was last week, however, 10 days ago, but it is still up on the server status, so I'm assuming it's still an issue. Something to keep in mind. Jace is down for the moment. Something important to put out.
Jace's ult is down for the moment.
Jace's ult is down.
Yeah. That'll be very important when they come back up in the next 2 seconds.
Hey, it's at least 3 seconds, and getting that as low as possible is very important to combos. Now, something cool in this game, no Doran shields on any side. Everyone is going to be looking to go aggressive.
A summoner has reconnected.
Well, they all seem to be starting Doran's blade instead of going for sword and pots. Alright, back to the game we go.
Doesn't really look like there's anything. Everyone's kind of gathering down bot. Heimerdinger's top. That is going to be very interesting to see if he stays up there.
Heimerdinger top with a Jace mid.
Now, Jace is known to be a mid laner, but I don't believe Heimerdinger has ever been known to be a top laner.
Now, they may have lane swapped that. As we were talking about earlier, the Gragas versus Heimerdinger. Gragas can easily take out Heimerdinger's turrets and his pushing against him. Now, notice
yes. We now see
Gragas
the
is going
Gragas-
top.
we now see
They're
the
switching
Gragas
back out.
Switching. Yes, because Gragas was picked into Heimer, so it was most likely a counter pick. Comes the barrel coming out, and yes, very easily popping down those turrets. Now, Heimer's got 3 turrets out. Still 3, and really pushing down that lane. This way is hard.
Due to the lane swap, he did have time to set up his turrets before laning phase.
Now, this makes both... this is going to make Heimer very easy to gank top lane, because he does not have much mobility. And top lane is a much longer lane than mid lane, so he's a lot farther away from the turret, especially if he's pushing down as hard as he is. So that may prove to be an issue that's going to be exploited by Order of Purple. Other than that, really, nothing major going on right now. A little bit of poking here and there, potion popped.
Yeah, it seems to be a very safe game. Both teams know that they have to take this seriously now that they're 1-1.
Yes, this game is for all of the marbles.
As they would
All
say.
of them. Shyvana looks like she might be trying to come in on Xin.
Yeah,
And she gives it up. Oh.
seems to be some
Jungler's gonna
focus
be
going
near
down on mid.
Nope.
Shyvana's coming in mid. Kha'Zix is
there's
following
a
up
flash.
behind. The flash is going down.
Another flash.
Another flash.
Don't know if they're going to keep chasing this. Probably not the smartest thing. They got Ka coming up on the back of them.
Yeah, Kaz coming up behind them. They're going to get Xin Zhao out of this.
That Jace is most likely not going down.
That CC is going to stop Shyvana.
And Kha'Zix
Kha'Zix going to take down Shyvana.
Yep.
It's a kill and an
First blood.
assist. First blood.
And if Kyle's feeling ballsy, he might be able to jump right in on this Jace.
I don't believe he's going to be doing that without his resets, and he doesn't have his leap yet, so.
Level 4, he doesn't have his leap. Interesting. But yes, he does.
Or, he doesn't have his,
You silly fool.
upgraded leap.
Now this...
That's what I was saying with his resets.
Despite our predictions, Heimerdinger is actually bullying this Gragas very well.
Yes, he is. Now, Gragas does seem to be able to get some harass off on this Heimerdinger, but he's not taking down any of his turrets.
I do think that is going to be... That's really going to be to his downfall later. Will someone please say something in the chat so I can stop looking at Skiller's emote there? It's really creepy.
Which one?
The Megusta on top of the body thing.
I don't see this emote.
What do you see?
Is it the last thing that Skiller said?
Yeah.
It just says M&M JC.
Oh, it's a better Twitch TV emote.
I don't have better Twitch TV. Look at that.
Well, that's your own fault. Why wouldn't you have better Twitch TV?
Because I'm lazy.
Quick pimp out here for better Twitch TV. It's, better.
And it's Twitch.
Yes. It's a night. I was talking about Night Dev earlier with the Twitch down. That's all. Better Twitch TV is also by him. It is an add-on for most things. It's simply changed a couple things around. It doesn't do any major effects, but you can a lot of chat stuff. You can darken it. You can put lines in between what different people say, indents, just to make it again easier to see what people say.
Like going on, bot?
Got Shyvana in there, but they do see him. They see Shyvana heading into the jungle.
The fight going down mid. Xin Zhao's going in on Jace. Just a little bit of harass. Now, what we noticed the first game was that Order of the Purple was a little bit failing mechanically. They weren't having the CS, but they seem to be fairly even right now. As a matter of fact, they're up in gold, mostly due to their one kill and assist that they got. But they're not falling behind in CS too much.
Really, the only person ahead on CS is Jace.
Jace is 40 to 32, which is fairly significant.
Other than that, not really a lot of CS going around. 0.4k gold lead to Order of Purple. Very, I don't want to say passive because there's a lot of skirmishes, but no one really wants to all in yet.
I think the interesting lane to come out of this is going to be top lane. With Gragas not getting the farm that he needs in this Heimerdinger.
Oh yes, you mentioned the only one. That is something different. Is the 16.
Kha'Zix is coming in down bot through lane, using his ulti, chasing down Annie. Shyvana's coming down to help out. Trading Kha'Zix for
picks up Annie, but Annie picks up Lulu. Shyvana's in now.
Shyvana's chasing them down. They're trying to get out. Both flashes are down. Shyvana's chasing down with her burnout. They'll get away safely for a one-for-one trade.
They're both very low, not going to be able to defend this turret, but it does not look like they're going to commit very hard. Lucian going in there. Nope, giving it up.
Up top lane, both Heimerdinger and Gragas are very low from trading.
But they did see both junglers bot lane, so unless they're going to... So what, they might either going to fight each other, or they should be fine.
Gragas is deciding to back.
Now with Heimer's turrets, I don't believe he'll be doing that.
It's saying fairly even. There's a slight advantage towards Order of the Purple. However, it's too early to tell anything off just a 0.2k advantage.
A bit of a skirmish going down bot. Annie thought she could come in and pick up some of the CS that was being lost, and they taught her otherwise.
And not a whole lot going on in this early game. Mostly just farming, which is turning out towards the side of Divergence Gaming, because we've stated before, they do have better mechanics in their farming.
Lucian coming back to lane with the BF sword. That is against the Caitlyn with only a Vampiric Scepter. Now, Caitlyn is going to have a little bit better sustain, but if Lucian decides to go in, they're going to have much better damage.
Now, Kate does have boots over Lucian. If they can stay back and poke without getting engaged upon, they do have the ability to outplay them in lane that way.
Yes, Meat Chief has a very good point. In 9 minutes last game, there was 14 kills. 9 minutes, 10 minutes in this game, only 3. This is exactly what I was saying earlier about no team really willing to commit that hard.
Oh, Annie's going in with that stun. Getting really low from that. Kha'Zix came in with the save. He's going to ult back out, and they're going to get out of that safely.
That Kha'Zix didn't come in. That could have easily been a double kill.
Yes. Now Shyvana's coming in. They know they're low. They don't want to just leave turret, but they're drawing pressure from their jungler. With them low, they're going to use this time to get Dragon.
Looks like they're starting Dragon. Leaving Lucian alone may not be the best idea, but it looks like it's going to be all right.
Lucian's coming up to help now. Jace is coming down.
Definitely taking Dragon.
Working to be safe. First Dragon goes towards Divergence Gaming.
Ooh, and that Jace coming out again.
They're going to have to leave that tower. It's going to go down.
Yep. The Jace and Lucian are going to be able to take that tower down pretty quickly. That was a lot quicker than I expected. It must have been pretty low health.
It now brings the advantage into Divergence Gaming. They now have a tower and dragon over them, giving them over a 1,000 gold advantage.
That is a 1.7 thousand for those of us that can count. Ooh, Heimer burning his ult on the Gragas there. Not
Kha'Zix is coming up now that Heimerdinger's ult's down. He doesn't have an escape.
He's just gonna keep trying to swag walk his way out of there.
Gragas ult, placing him. Almost picking up Gragas on his way out.
Shyvana almost came in. She could have ulted, decided against it. Probably the best idea.
Kha'Zix is chasing down Shyvana now.
Ulting away. Did you see that jump?
Has been destroyed.
Boy, that was
Chasing down mid lane.
long jump. Looks like Kha'Zix was still looking for her. They didn't find her, but they're back in bushes very close to each other.
They're looking like they're coming down bot for a 3-man gank.
Warning pings come out.
Warning pings come out. They're trying to recall. They know they don't have enough time though. And he's going to come in with a stun.
Tibbers is up. Tibbers
is up.
Stun.
They're trying to get in range of Kate there.
Oh,
Get the stun on Kate.
Look like they want to burn.
They're not even going to burn it. Jace is coming down to pick up the kill. Lulu's ult's going off. That's a double kill for Lucian. Divergence is picking up on their clear advantage now.
Yes, up to a 2.2k gold lead.
It's still anyone's game.
Oh, Hammer going in on Gragas. One more auto. Can he get it? No, it looks like he's just gonna set a turret up though.
Camera skills here are amazing. Very professional.
I'm not watching, but I'm sure they are.
Occasionally, I click away. Getting used to the scrolling. It's a lot better than last game. Kaz coming up. They're gonna help push down top tower.
Kyle with his Mobo boots is really gonna get in there deep before he notices.
Trying to get Heimerdinger. The barrier goes off.
Popped. If Kyle can get
Flash goes away. There's the
the
flash. And he comes in just a bit too late.
It's a good thing he burned that flash on that, because if Annie could have gotten there and stunned him, they may have been able to turn on him and pick him right up.
Now with Annie being top, that's 2v1 down bot at the moment.
Doesn't look like they're going to try and do anything to that. Oh, another pause.
Another DC. Who DC'd this time?
It was.
A summoner has disconnected.
It was
Jace.
Jace again.
A summoner has
And he's reconnected.
And he's reconnected. Let's see if he's sticking around.
Now,
this time.
although there have been some disconnection issues, I don't think it's necessarily affecting the game. I have not heard any complaints or seen any problems with lag spikes.
I believe it's because both teams are being very professional and pausing whenever the other team DCs. Oh, Lucian might go down here. Oh,
Well,
barrier stops the ult.
I was just pointing out that the difference between disconnection problems and lag. So there's not a constant lag over team fights.
Alright, fine. Yeah.
Jace is now up top. Siobhan is going in. Chasing down Gragas. Gragas ults to get away.
Jace could not get the slow on Gragas. Bot lane, Lulu might be going down here.
Chasing down Lulu.
There's no tower for her to go back to. And Tibbers comes out.
Tibbers comes out. Kha'Zix is jumping in.
Kate
picks it up. Aga has the reset. He's going to go in on Annie. Annie
picking up Annie.
Annie ults.
Yeah, I believe Lucian went a little too deep on that, a little too greedy. Maybe he just didn't see Kha'Zix there.
They're trying to take down top tower, but Gragas is going to get him for it. Picking up 1 kill, going for the double. Minions are going to finish off Jace. The double kill for Gragas.
Those minions. Yep. Purple minions too strong. Please
now,
from
those deaths that kills the purple team's got, they're going to be pushing down mid-inner tower.
Now all those, and with that,
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
with that kill and all those kills in that turret, the goal lead has actually swung back in Purple's team's favor. They are now 8.8 K gold up.
Now this does go along to what I was saying earlier, that they are behind mechanically, but as we've seen last game, their team fights seem to be ahead of Divergence Gaming's.
Top lane turret going down.
They're pushing down mid-inhib tower now. They're looking to defend it, but nothing they can do at that point.
And it looks like blue team's heading down to Dragon.
Yep, blue team's heading down to Dragon.
Now purple team does have vision on this, even though they're clearing out that ward, they do know that they're going for it, and they are heading down.
They are coming down to contest it. Jace is up top. This could be a 4v5.
Heimer's playing a little bit of defense there.
Jace is going to be coming into the fight late. There's a good ult by Tibbers. Keeping him out. Gragas comes in. He has the ult to separate him. Get the kill on Annie. Now that was a 4v5. Jace is going to be coming in here. See if he can contest the dragon at all.
I don't think Jace is going to try and go into a 3-man. Okay, so that was 4 for 2.
It was a 4 for 2, and they got the dragon.
Yeah, so really swinging back in the other direction now.
They're really showing their strengths and their rotations and their teamwork and team fights. Sticking together as a group and focusing on the objectives right.
Right. Although CS-wise, pretty much everyone is equal, unless you count the 9 CS up Annie has as Lulu. So yeah, downtime chit chat.
Downtime chit chat. Lots of downtime chit chat. Isn't it your favorite?
Yeah. Freak style league pun.
They're starting to cluster more towards mid now. Something might be going down soon.
Heimer's laying out some defensive turrets. Just keeping mid lane clear pretty much. Divana steals away to race. Lucian taking red buff. You know, things
Yes.
are happening.
It's still a very relatively low kill game as compared to their last two. Both teams have been playing very safe. Now, the Order of the Purple has grouped up as 5 mid. Lucian's not here yet. Don't know if they're going to take advantage of that.
That's all right. Brandon just told me he's done playing games now. If he wants to come in, I think we're all right now. But maybe if Dan or me need to tag you in for the next game, we might. Because if you remember, the LCS commenters, they really only comment on like 2 or 3 games before they switch out with another team.
Yeah. Might switch out commentators here.
We'll see. We'll see.
Of course, I still have to do the camera work, but
Yes. Yes, you do.
no one really seems to be getting in there trying to look for an engage. They're just trying to poke each other.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of poking each other down, and neither team's really hitting that big. I think really what we're going to need to look for is a big engage from either Gragas or Annie. I think those are going to be the big ones we're going to need to look for. Annie does have Flash Tibbers up, so that's something to remember. And Gragas does have his ult. So,
Now,
yeah, if we
I believe Divergence Gaming seems to be playing it safe right now. They're trying to get some poke down with Heimerdinger and Jace before they engage, because they know they're behind about 4,000 gold, 3,000 gold.
Oh, Kha'Zix goes in.
Get a little bit of harass off. The Kate ult's going down. Heimerdinger's barrier's down now. Getting rid of those turrets. They're pushing up a little ways. I would like to point out that there is a large minion wave up top given lane pressure. That'll distract Divergence Gaming, or have to give them a little bit of a
Well,
to worry
there's also
about.
a bottom lane going for Divergence.
And there's been a pause.
Because we didn't notice that.
It was Jace DCing again. I'm starting to think this is more of a Jace problem than it is a server problem.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet. And he's back.
Very short leaves of absence.
Oh, right after that, Gragas attempts an initiation. Misses, though. So now really what we're going to be looking for is how Annie Flash Tibbers go in there.
Occasionally. And his Flash Tibbers, or see if they'll catch someone out eventually here.
Oh,
there's the Tibbers going down on Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao's jumping in on with Kha'Zix on the Annie.
Oh, taking out Annie, though.
Getting a kill for purple. Shyvana's ulting in. Kha'Zix is trying to get out.
1 for none currently, but they're still chasing.
Gragas is trying to flash away. They're kiting away. Lulu's coming in with Kate from the side.
Annie's down. Kha'Zix is down. Oh, there's
Double team
one.
for blue team.
Lucian is doing work here.
There's the stun from Heimerdinger. Kate's barrier's down. Her flash is down. Xin Zhao goes
Kha'Zix
back
comes
in,
back
trying to
out.
get the kill on Lucian.
Heimer's just waiting for that shield to fall.
Shield
Oh,
falls, and
there he
Heimer
goes.
gets the ace.
And there is the ace for Divergence Gaming.
Have to see what they get off of this. As of right now, the gold is still in purple team's favor.
Kha'Zix is coming up very quickly.
However,
They're
they
not
can
gonna try
easily
and push
get-
down that turret. Yes, gold is still in Order of Purple's favor.
It does look like they're not going to be able to get any objectives off of that. At this point in the game, the respawn timers are just too short. Kha'Zix was able to come up and defend off the mid tower.
Kha'Zix also fell very early in that last fight. That was a very long, drawn-out fight.
Yep.
A lot of kiting on purple side. Unfortunately, failed kiting. But they really did draw that back out in order to give Kha'Zix time to respawn, so that he didn't. There's another pause, most likely Jace again. Are you keeping track of this pause time, Dan?
I am not. However, we are still under 4 minutes, or under 5 minutes. And I do believe all of the pause time is on blue's side this game.
Most likely. And purple team is in the dragon pit. Well, Kha'Zix is in the dragon pit. The rest of them are kind of running interference. Lucian can easily dash over that wall, and
The dragon.
he still has flash timbers. But wait, which team was that?
Another pause.
Yes, purple team had gotten that.
Is this Jace again?
Most likely. I don't know if he actually came back from that last one.
Well, he did.
Yeah, it says he reconnected, but he didn't move.
A summoner has disconnected.
There he is again.
It says he
again.
left.
Has reconnected.
There
And he
he's back in.
reconnected. Now, pauses can take a toll on both teams. It can skew the games a little bit, especially when there's long pauses or repeated pauses.
Yeah, it kind of like just breaks up the flow. Like if you're in a flow, you're farming well. Like early game, if you got a good farm on, and then you just pause, it can really get you out of that like roll. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Back to pushing mid. Purple team is not grouped up at the moment.
Yes, that could very much hurt them.
They've started to notice that bot lane's starting to push out. Jace is disconnected again. They did
But
not
no
pause it this time.
And
There's the
there's the
pause.
pause.
A summoner has reconnected.
And Jace is reconnected again. He's restarting the internet. Everyone, he is unplugging and plugging back in the internet.
That sounds dangerous. Everyone
no-
hold on to your chairs, the internet's about to go down.
Have no fear, we are experts here
Experts at the internet.
at plugging in,
A summoner has
plugging and plugging things back in. Very good at it.
Just disconnected. That's kind of a scary concept, isn't it? Considering how much stuff is actually runs off the internet. Like really important stuff.
Yes.
It's like if you accidentally like reset the entire internet. Again, I know it's like practically impossible, but just imagine.
Back to South Park.
Crazy. Alright, let's look at builds. Zinzao has a black cleaver. That's interesting. Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Shyvana's building tank. Nothing seems to be too out of the usual.
I mean, other
Again,
than
with
Heimerdinger,
the-
but
The building tank on Kha'Zix, that Sunfire cape.
Jace has reconnected. He has reconnected, but the pause is still on. They might run out of pause time.
Disconnected.
Me, Chief, that link is probably longer than what you wanted it to be.
Yeah, I don't have any, I have my Nightbot turned off, so links are allowed.
Three minutes left on pause time, people. At least for this team. If the other team feels that feels to be sportsmanlike, like they were last game.
actually.
Dan, your estimate may have been off.
About...
When you said we might be done by 1 or 2.
What do you think it's going to be?
I don't know, what if this is only the first round and it's taken 2.5 hours? And not done yet?
Well, these have been fairly long games, and it could go anywhere because we're having between, what did I say, 4 and 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So it could be as little as 8 games, or in this case 9 because this one's already 3, and it could be up to 15.
I feel very sorry for you, Toyo. What time zone are you in? What time are you running on? Myself and Dan, we are running on Eastern.
A summoner has
Yeah, I believe he's on Eastern too. Most everyone's either Eastern or Pacific. Now, I did talk to some of the teams about moving it up an hour or 2. However, some of the teams, a lot of them, I believe 2 of the 3 teams, most of them were in Pacific. So that shouldn't be too bad for you, Toyo. If you're on Pacific time right now, it is 7:28. And so this should be ending somewhere around 11 or 12.
You don't know his life. Maybe he had to get up this morning to go see his dead grandmother.
Well, you signed up for
What
this a
gives
month.
you the ability to judge him?
You signed up for this a month ahead of time. I understand.
1 minute left on pause time.
Now, we did hold it so late because of those in Pacific time. This started at 5 p.m. for them. You know, anything before that would have been a little bit... you're
Early.
running into people's lives, you know, scheduling.
Dan, would you like to remind them that in 30 seconds they're going to need to unpause and let the game run?
Now, we are on a 3-minute delay.
Yes, but the pause time remains the same. Oh, you're
Yes.
saying that they may have already unpaused.
Yeah, or they may have already reached the limit.
I was in spring break last week, Toyo. And the clock continues to run. Dan, I believe it's time to step in as officiator.
Yes, I have.
I believe we've all had internet issues. Grade 10. Like I said, I believe we've all had internet issues before in the past. These rules have been these rules for ever since Dan posted this, and they are these rules for a reason.
Yep. I remember the last time that I played in a tournament myself. One of the games I was in, they had a half-hour-long pause. They used up the entire pause, and it was one long pause. And we were trying to get in contact with the manager of the who's running it, and he didn't have any rules set for it officially. And so he was just kind of making things up as he goes, and they just let it slide for a half hour until what happened was the one guy's power went out, transformer blew, so he had to drive across town to a friend's house to play. Anyways, it really did screw us up to have a half-hour-long pause. You know, coming back from that, you know, it really puts a break in the mindset.
More playful banter going on in chat.
People are starting to get a little bit antsy.
Bug clients can be fixed with a healthy repair tool.
Ooh.
They have that. I know, I spent so much time dealing with a crappy client on my old computer. For some reason, the client just works even worse on not optimized computers.
Yes. There is a 15-minute pause time. That's why they both get to share half of the pause time allowed in customs.
They said 10.
That was 15. Sorry. I might have misspoken earlier.
You lied to me.
I lied to you.
So they should have unpaused already, correct?
Yes. I tried warning him 3 minutes in advance because there is a delay.
Probably $10 a year.
$10 a year. That's right.
I'm glad we're getting all this practice time for casting, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
What happens if they go over the pause limit? They simply unpause, and if the other team is feeling sportsmanlike, they can pause for them. They can start to use up their pause time.
Yep. At a half hour, the customs actually won't allow them to pause anymore. It'll automatically unpause.
At which time they can all just S button and stand there, but the minions are still going to do their job, and they're still all going to gain gold and
It's
such.
being resumed now.
Oh, there we are. And repaused. Oops, it seems as though he didn't want to unpause the game yet.
Did not mean to unpause it yet. Now they are coming up on their 15-minute limit.
It seems as though purple team is making a move towards Baron. With that pink ward that blue team has down, they're going to be able to see.
I don't know if they know of that pink ward yet.
Most likely they're going to clear it out and then try, but it is going to give the blue team a pretty fair warning that they're doing it. But then again, it questions whether or not they actually are, because Kha'Zix doesn't seem to be moving towards it. Kha'Zix seems to be moving up towards top. He could easily change, though.
It's hard to tell when they're motionless.
Hey! I do what I want. 10 seconds till we should be back in game.
Yep.
Play is being resumed. Hey-o.
And they should be back for good now. Blue
yeah.
team is out of pauses. Jace is still DC'd.
Yep.
Again, after the pause, there seems to be a little bit of like unsure fights going on. Kha'Zix went in, there was some ults going off, but no team was really grouped or prepared for a fight.
That is correct, Dan.
We'll see if purple team makes advantage of Jace being disconnected at the moment.
Doesn't seem like they really can. Blue team's pushing them off pretty hard. They've been pushed back into their
Base.
Smaller than the diagram.
Jace is reconnected. Seems to be back.
We'll see how long that lasts, though.
That 15 minutes might have been just what they needed. Javon is warding up, or clearing wards at Dragon. Or Baron. Both teams seem to be putting their eyes that way.
Yes, that seems to be the next objective both teams are thinking about going towards. Kate ult come out.
Yep, Kate ult off on Heimer.
Oh, we got the flash
Gragas
barrel, but it misses.
It was a body slam barrel.
Was it a body slam?
Body slam barrel. Timbers came out on Xin Zhao.
Oh no, wait, it's just
Xin
coming back up.
Zhao.
Never mind, it's coming back up now. My apologies, Your Majesty. I should have known better than to question you.
Yes.
Yes, it certainly seems like they are really starting to prepare to Baron here.
Now that pause really did seem to take effect on purple team. They're not quite grouped as well as they were before. See how this plays out.
Blue team seems...
Lulu's getting caught out.
Lulu gets
Caught by the culling.
Lulu gets picked up by the culling ult.
Taking control of their buffs, taking those red buffs.
A little bit of poke going back and forth. Yeah, so purple team is still ahead in gold. 1.3k ahead in gold. And yet it doesn't really seem like it. Blue team really has purple team's number, at least as it seems. Blue team's
at the moment it seems fairly even, yes.
I don't know, it seems like when blue team really wants to, they just kind of shove them right into their base, and there's not a lot purple team can do about it.
Now I have noticed that the Order of the Purple has put out a lot more vision this game. As we saw in the, especially in the first game, Divergence Gaming had complete control. At one point I believe they were the only team with wards on the map, and now it seems fairly even. I see 3 pink wards out there and 6 or 7 regular wards.
Yes. Unfortunately, the pink ward's kind of on the opposite side of what they need to be right now. Blue team going into Baron, but purple team does have a ward in there.
Kha'Zix is back in base.
I don't.
Rivers is going out on Baron.
Or at least they see it. I don't know if they're. Yeah, they're not sweeping the ward out, but they do know it's there.
They won't be able to stop it, but they might be able to pick up a fight off of that.
Doesn't seem like it. Not many in blue team are low, surprisingly, after coming off of a Baron.
They did use Tibbers to tank it. Shyvana's going in on him. Trying to put him down. The culling's coming out. Xin Zhao's coming in from behind.
Ooh,
don't know what he was thinking there. His team didn't quite seem to be thinking the same thing he was.
Yeah. I don't know if he was going to try and jump in deep and then everyone back towards his team, or if he just thought his team was closer than they were.
They're taking a lot of poke from that Jace.
Yeah, taking down this turret easily, they're going to be able to take down the inhibitor easily as well. Gragas laying out a little bit of pain with that barrel, but not quite enough. Not enough to save that inhibitor.
Yep, inhibitor went down, they're going to back out after that. They're going to clear the side lanes.
Blue team heading down to jungle. Or,
getting the dragon.
Words elude me right now.
Blue team now has the gold advantage.
Blue team now
back and forth game.
2.3 gold advantage. So very quickly they swung that back, and the kills are even. Blue team has 1 turret up. So that's very quickly swung back in their favor. Annie now has a Death Fire Grasp, so she's going to be burstier than she was previously. Really, the only person with a lot of defensive stats on the team of Order of Purple is Kha'Zix. No one really else is building very defensively over there.
Now, I did notice Kha'Zix has been went against what the usual meta is at the moment. He had just evolved his Void Walk, his
Void Stalk.
Void Stalk. Usually the meta is to evolve it earlier now, usually the first thing. He evolved his wings, then his claws, then his ult. Might be going down to the jungle soon.
Looks like they're going to rotate top, attempt to take that. Most likely successfully take that, actually. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take out these outer turrets without contested because of the inhib they have down mid giving them pressure.
Yes, that pause did seem to do quite a number on purple team. They seem to not quite be rotating as well as they were before, and are not team fighting as well.
It's all about those mind games, and sometimes you just can't handle things like that.
Can't handle it. Can't handle the pressure.
Blue team's going down bot to clear that out and push down for the last inner turret.
Purple team just seems to be pushing down mid. Clearing out as many of those super minions as they can before they start to go into their base.
Now they do have the right idea in grouping. They have been doing well in team fights up until now.
Jace's flash is down. Yeah, purple team is really well grouped up there. Pushing him clean.
Now blue team
far.
still does have Baron,
Now they're falling out.
although Baron buff is almost down. Sure, purple team is
Blue
waiting
team
for that.
Seems to be chasing in quite quick. They can make a
Siobhan is
battle on
ulting in
anyone.
Kha'Zix.
Khan jumps back away.
Caught by the
Flash
anti-stun.
tibbers. Kha'Zix seems to be gotten out. Gragas, they don't seem to be chasing either, surprisingly. Lulu might be a different story.
That was a clear 3 for 0 so far. They're still pushing in. That could be game right there. Kha'Zix is coming back.
Don't know if they're going to be able to. Don't know if they have the clear available.
Nope, they don't quite have the clear. They're a little bit too low. They don't want to be getting caught out by Kha'Zix. They'll go back and they'll take that inner turret.
Yep, taking bot lane here now. Gragas trying to play a little bit of interference. Not quite going to work out as well as he expects for that, though. The blue team is just making sure that they really have everything on lockdown before they try and end this game. Clearing all the waves into base, making sure that they got everything good.
Baron's going to come up in 2 minutes.
Also, the inhibitor has come back up for our purple team, so as long as they can... believe... Yep, there are no more super minions pushing down mid lane, so they are good. Couple pings going out. Jace is splitting to take out that quite large minion wave up in top lane. Maybe push that in a little bit.
Now, while he's up top, they might group mid and get caught out in a fight. We'll see.
Annie seems to be attempting to flank.
Jace stopped going up top to diverted his attention down bot, leaving the minions up top.
He didn't quite clear it out. You kind of just got a little bit of damage. That'll slow them down, but it's not going to stop them. A lot of damage coming onto Heimer. Now purple's team to push back out. Looks like Annie's splitting off to take care of the minions up top lane.
Yeah, blue team's splitting out, but purple team's pushing in behind them. We'll see if blue team can back and heal and group.
Quickly enough to save their mid turret. Well, it doesn't really look like most of them have to heal. Really only Heimer.
Annie needs to group.
Jace, Shyvana, Lucy, and Annie, they all have very good wave clear. I don't know if they're gonna be able to push in and do a lot of damage to this mid turret. Seems as though they realize that too.
They're playing it safe.
I just realized that on Lulu, the bittersweet, the butterfly, is made out of lollipops.
Well, yes, it is.
Shut up, I like the food skins.
Is that a fat joke?
No? I said I like the food skins.
I personally prefer.
It's not a short joke!
I personally prefer the winter Lulu because the Poro. I mean, how could you not love Poros?
Yeah, really? Like, how can you play this game and not be a Poro fan? Heimer is giving the whole team a
Lucian's ult coming out, getting some damage down.
Yeah. Ooh, Purple
They're gonna be
got pretty
taking
bad
that
position
in-hit.
right now. Easily taking down the in-hit. Might push harder. Nope, seems like they're falling back for now.
Falling back. Baron is back up now.
Purple
They're gonna
team's
be
got a
going
lot of
back to
wards
get
in the
that
area,
now.
But not exactly sure if they can attempt anything short of a steal. If they even get down there in time.
Purple team does have it well warded. They don't seem to be having any interest in going down there right now.
Zinza seems to be at least going to attempt it.
They won't be able to get there in time.
Yes, this Baron's going down very quickly with that enhanced turret. Now they know. Now they're probably just going to roll in and attempt to take the game here, I'll bet.
They're probably going to push out the top and bottom inhib first. We'll see. Judging by how safe the game's been played, they're going to want to do it one at a time.
Oh! Zinzao seems to be caught out here by Annie.
Be caught out. Tinos goes off the Grog, it's disrupting them. Kha'Zix is getting away invisible, the flash goes down. Jace is getting Kate. Kha'Zix, can he get out of there? Jace is going to be chasing him down.
Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to let them live for much longer. Unless Kha'Zix can get onto Heimerdinger or something, I don't think he can do much.
He might try, but I don't think he's going to. He gets stunned by Annie.
This is most likely GG, guys. No one's coming up for at least 13 seconds. Yep,
Yeah,
GG.
even Kha'Zix knows it. That's game. So Divergence
Alrighty.
Gaming wins round 1, leaving Order of the Purple for 4th place.